Hello YouTubers, hello Steam gamers, welcome back. Dreadis here. Well, I have 10 games. These are games that I own, and they are Enshrouded, Witcher 3, Conan Exiles, Ark, Dune, Awakening, Helldivers 2, Cyberpunk 2077, No Man's Sky, Starfield, and Valheim. And I just want to look at the charts and see what the charts are saying. So, Dune Awakening is the newest contender in the uh, They Want My Time category. So, and as you can see, they're getting a lot of people's time. So, a whopping 93,000 people have gone into the advanced access, and it looks like everybody has gone and played the game just in the last little bit. And so, right now, there's 51,000 players, which is pretty good. And it gets a pretty decent rating, above 80%, which is a good thing. So let's take a look at some of the other games and see how they're competing. So of course this is a new game, so it's going to get lots of attention. And these games have been around for a while, so they have what we call like retention or just these daily waves of data that you can go and take a look at fairly easily on SteamDB. So Enshrouded, we have 17,800 peak 24-hour players, 85% rating. Witcher 3, 27,000 with a 95% rating. So if we look at those two and compare them, uh, Witcher 3 has been around a little longer. Witcher 3 is also a fairly polished linear single player game, and I haven't actually gotten too into it. But if you're into um, GTA style, Witcher style, a lot of Bethesda games have this linear gameplay. Enshrouded is more of a puzzler, I would say, and so you can also have multiplayer, but it has some puzzle elements and some base building in that, which Witcher does not have any base building, so it's not as complicated. And another game that is kind of complicated and is a Funcom product, which is the same as Dune, which is the game we're kind of talking about, or the one that I'm probably going to be playing today. And Conan Exiles is sitting at around 7,600 peak 24-hour players, which is still really good with a 77% review. And we're talking reviews, there's 800,000 people that reviewed this game. There's 100,000 people that reviewed these games. So, you know, here's another one, Ark, 18,000 players. Again, kind of a complicated puzzler. You can see they've got every icon in here is, there's only room for two more. And so Ark is one of those games that is doing pretty good. Um, they've got 18,000 concurrent players every day. And now we're going to look at some heavyweights. Helldivers 2. So Helldivers 2 is hovering at 75%, which means that you have got fairly niche game in some respects. This game is also online and it's multiplayer, and you have no choice but to play multiplayer because that's the only way that it plays. But 92,000 people have been playing it, so it's a big game. Another big game, Cyberpunk 2077, with another 80 plus percent review rating and 36,000 players playing right now. So this game and Witcher, these are both CD Projekt Red games, and so they're holding 60,000 people playing right now. And if you look at that compared to Funcom is actually beating them with about 100,000 players. So that's kind of interesting. And then you have No Man's Sky. So No Man's Sky is sitting at 82%, 16,000 players are playing it. And again, No Man's Sky, I would have to go and place that alongside Starfield. So I brought Starfield in. It's got a 56% rating and has 4,600 players playing right now or in the peak time. So it's one of the lower numbers here, but let's be honest, if you're into Starfield, you love Starfield. And so it's one of those games where it's you got to be into it. You got to like that genre, and not everybody likes that genre. So it is what it is. Another game that's really hot, Valheim. Valheim's sitting at a 93% with 500,000 players have played since it came out. But it has only 22,500 players playing it right now, which, to be honest, is more than Enshrouded, which I was surprised by. It's not more than Witcher, but it's definitely more than Conan. So there's a few games here that, I tend to really enjoy Starfield, and I really enjoyed Conan, and I really enjoyed Shrouded. Um, and then I guess my next would be so far Dune and Valheim. Valheim was one of my favorites as well. All these games are great. Um, some of the games that I haven't progressed very far in would be Witcher 3, No Man's Sky, and I guess Cyberpunk. I put a fair amount of time in, but not. And same with Ark. So so if you're wondering if Dune has legs, if Dune is going to be able to hold on to its spot and be able to keep 100,000 players playing for a decent amount of time, we're gonna have to find out. It's time will tell on that one. And if you want to go and buy the game, you have a few options, of course, which is to buy it right now in advanced access, which means you have to pay much more. And then there's buying it later, which it will probably go down in price, and you'll probably be able to get it, you know, a year from now, uh, like $50. Uh, 2, 3 years from now, they'll probably have all these add-ons and stuff that they'll want to go and sell. So then they'll do fire sales. So in the end, this game is probably going to be able to get access to it for $20 at some point in about 4 or 5 years. So you can wait till then if you want, because there is plenty of games that are out here that are worth buying, worth getting for cheap, just to, have something to go and relax and play and enjoy. And so thanks for liking and subscribing. Thanks for coming back and come back for more Dune action.